Hello, Cherie Hanson here. I had an interesting night because Todd, my cat, decided that he wanted to walk all over me all night. And I kept turning myself to just be glad you have him. Just be glad you have this beautiful cat to love you. So that kept me entertained. And today I kind of hit a wall. What was happening is there are, there are times in your life when you go along and the habits that you have built are working really well and you're sitting at a high vibration. And I was sitting and analyzing myself, as I always do. It's kind of like having a committee of doctors and psychologists come in all the time around me, and I'm going like, what's going on? And I thought, you're bored. You're bored with your life. So then my thoughts necessarily followed the rivulet down to the sea. And I thought about mindset. I thought, that's an interesting word. It's like when you turn the thermostat to 22 or 23, and it just stays there. It stays in the same place. Because of whatever magical reasons in my life, I am very habit prone, which is, as a Buddhist monk once told me, a very good thing when you develop good habits. But the habits that I have developed now of staying small, staying quiet, staying in the house, don't expend excess energy, just work on your body, just work on your breath work. And I've come to a place to go like, what's going on? This part of me that is very bright and playful and sparkly said, you're bored. You're bored. You've created the perfect, dull, boring life. And then, of course, the other part of me that's always arguing with whatever part of me is saying something is saying, but it's miraculous that you've done this. Look what you've done. You've made yourself healthier and healthier. Your house is beautiful. Your cat is happy. If you like petting him all night. And I was thinking, the idea of walking along, the idea of doing the same things over and over and over again is very calming for somebody who's Capricorn rising and has all those houses in Virgo. It's like, just give me dull. I don't need salad dressing. I don't need cake. Then the part of you that is this adventuresome spirit that went to Europe by herself, that traveled across the states by herself, is just screaming to get out. So I was thinking, okay, if I put the furnace dial on 23 and it's hot outside, that's too high. So we need to keep adjusting the mindset. Get that? I got there. Are you with me? Are you still there? The mindset that we set up in life really takes finesse. It takes finesse. In this moment right now, what am I feeling? How do I feel? How do I feel? And the assessment it's like going through a cruise ship and looking at all the different hallways and, what's it like here? What's it like here? What's it like in my mind? What's it like in my spirit? What's it like in my lungs? What's it like in my hip? The new hip I got with the muscle I'm developing. And so you've got multiple systems at work. in your selfness. And those all need monitored. Those all need the dials adjusted. So I am allowing myself to be curious about the boredness. So the line, the tightrope that you walk over the Grand Canyon is I am an introvert. If I'm around people a great deal, I get exhausted and I just want to come home and have a nap. But on the other hand, I'm intellectually curious and I love fashion and color and food and new people. And so how do we reconcile these two things? You reconcile them by paying attention to where your dial is set. And sometimes if it gets really hot outside, or if it gets really cold outside, you have to reset your dial. And I feel what the astrology is telling us right now from the 13th to the 20th is it's dial reset time. All of the things we have in place that are working for us need to be resharpened, replaced, put a new handle on that shovel. It is a time when we are being asked to let go of whatever we have that's not working. Relationships, patterns, habits. One of the things I'm finding really interesting now is because I'm letting my hair grow out gray, is it means that I have clothing that I was wearing previously that doesn't work with gray hair. So we get rid of it. I have so many objects around me, which is growing increasingly irritating. I used to like it. My dial was set for it. It was great. I felt better when I had more stuff. And now that's no longer serving me. So I'm asking you to think right now in this time of changing energy that we're headed to, starting now, going to 2026. What is it that you have around you that no longer serves you? What is it that your mind is telling you, because this is a mind habit, that just no longer defines who you want to be, where you're going, who you're becoming in your brilliance? And I saw a post on Facebook the other day I thought was so interesting. A woman said, I do this thing and I do it all the time, but the problem is it's really easy for me and I enjoy it. It's just like, what? I hope you laugh along with me. She is finding it easy and enjoyable to do this thing, and all of her programming, all of her mindset has been, no, you're only valiant if you suffer. You're only valiant if you're in a struggle. Are there enough dragons to slay? No, I've got to go find more. And the reaction was so funny. There are people, one person just put up one question mark. That was it. It was just like, what? So the journey is very interesting because we're walking along. It's like those platforms in the airport. You know, you step on it and you're standing on it and it's moving. And we have this feeling right now like, yeah, it's taking me somewhere, but I'm not doing it. You know? So this is where submission comes into play. We need to submit to the fact that there's different weather, there are different temperatures, there's a different political story, there's a different paradigm being created, And so we have to look at our mindset to see what we're set for. Are we feeling better if we're just moving a lot and lifting rocks and placing them different places in our yard? I used to be that way. I'd feel great about myself. Oh my God, I moved a whole bunch of rocks. And I look back on it and I think, oh, what did that really do in the long term for my contentment, my happiness, my peace, my spiritual growth? I'm not thinking it was that much. It's just moving a rock and then moving another rock and then moving it to another place. So assessing what you feel like you want to do and knowing that what you feel like you want to do is your mindset. Now you can get your committee, the neurologist, the ortho, the physiotherapist, the brain surgeon. You can get them all in there and have a big conference and ask yourself, what am I being asked to adjust right now? Because we are always coming to this place. You were on a river, it dried up. You were on a river, it became a waterfall. Now what do I do? And we're all in this right now. We're all in this place of normal ran out. I booked a cruise for normal and the ship just came to shore and said, get off. Now what do I do? So this is why meditation practice is so important, because it helps us calm down and accept the fact that we're just strange beings with all these childish emotions and feelings and leftover trauma and DNA markers from our ancestors, and managing it is a lot. It's a lot. So ask yourself right now, what is it you need to get rid of? What is it you need to stop doing so that you are taking better care of all aspects of yourself? We're being asked that. I want to thank people who are subscribing. It's right down there. And viewing my videos. I really appreciate you. It's a wonderful feeling when I see people making comments that something I've said reverberates, that they haven't just, run away and shut their computer in horror. And I am doing quite a bit of coaching now. A lot of people are feeling the need to be coached, because when the old journey runs out, when the old way of doing things is over, we're left having to reform ourselves and our choices. And we can do that together. I can help you with that. And, because I'm not doing too badly, except for the fact that I'm bored right now. Anyway, I just want to say, subscribe, like, share. I appreciate you.